Hi guys, this is April from Living in Our Own Lane here on Whoa on YouTube. Today is a special day.
Yes, it is.
Today we have been married for 12 years.
It's a long time. Ouch.
So today is October 11th and it is our 12-year wedding anniversary. And in today's video, I'm going to share 12 things that I have learned being married for 12 years. So if that is something that you would like to see, stick around, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up, and comment while you're at it. This is my other half.
Hey, what's up, petting the dog?
And yeah, he's been married to me for 12 years.
I have, yes.
It's been a good time, huh?
Yes, it has. Live.
So yeah, let's dive into it, shall we? So I will be using my phone a lot for this video because I took all of my notes on here to share with you guys. So that's what I'll be looking on. But yeah, let's get started with the 12 things that I have learned while being married for 12 years. Alright, so let's get real and honest about marriage, shall we? The 12 things I've learned about marriage. Number 12. Marriage is freaking hard. Yes, there are fun times and good times, but man, there are some freaking challenging times. Marriage is hard, and you do have a lot of good times and blessings and great memories, but there are some challenges and obstacles that you come across as a couple that it's freaking hard. Like, there are times where you just want to throw in the towel and be like, I'm done. It's over. Like, I'm moving on. It'd be easier just to move on. But the number 11 thing that I have learned in marriage, where is it? Oh, there we go. Okay. So the number 11th thing.
You want to have a good time in your life? Buy 2 American Bulldogs knowing you have a cat. That's all I'm going to say.
Anyhow, back to 11. Okay, here we go. Number 11 is, but don't give up. These moments you can work through and you will get through them. There is light at the end of the tunnel. You may not see it all the time or in that moment, but working through it and you will get through it. Just don't give up. Don't throw in that towel. Like, marriage is work. Marriage is hard, but it's so worth it. Number 11. You will get through them by, and then the number 10 thing that I have learned is compromise. Marriage requires compromise, but there is a difference in compromising and compromising yourself. Knowing the difference is very important. So you can get through these hard times by compromising. Compromising means sometimes eating your pride too, and your ego. It's very hard sometimes, but it's necessary. And after a little bit of time, it's not so hard anymore. But knowing the difference, very important. Number 9, quickness to forgive. There will be moments, especially in a heated argument, that things can turn south real quick. There are moments that your spouse will hurt your feelings, and you will to them too. We're human. Sometimes things come out that we didn't expect. Being quick to offer them grace and forgiveness is something that I have learned. Alright, so where was I? Also, quick tip, learn to adapt and go with the flow, because if you just don't, then your life's going to be hard. So just go with the flow of things. Okay, where was I? Forgiveness is something I've learned. Yes. It's very... That's my husband. He knows I'm recording. This is my life. I'm not even editing this. Whatever happens in this video, you're gonna get. So, What I've learned is quick to forgive. We're all human. We all make mistakes. We all say things that we don't mean in the heat of an argument. It is important to talk them out, but to forgive is very important. And I'm not talking about like the big things like, you know, abuse is never, ever, ever acceptable. I'm not talking about that type of thing. I'm talking about normal marriage things. Okay, on to number 8. Alright, on to number 8. 8 is communication. I know that sounds like a cliche, but learning to communicate, especially about the hard and embarrassing things, has improved with each year of marriage. Bonus tip, set aside 15 minutes before bed to communicate with your day, about your day, and what you can do for your spouse. So, communication, yes, it sounds very cliche, but learning to communicate about literally everything is so important. Even the most embarrassing things. I'm talking about poop, odor, sickness, things like that. Talking about that with your spouse, very important. Opens up communication, lets them know where you're at, what's going on in your life. To like the more harder things that you need to sit down and discuss, bills, finances, kids, relationships, things like that. Very important to have a clear line of communication, be super transparent. I have learned that in 12 years of marriage. Number 7. So number 8 left off with what you can do for your spouse. So number 7, the 7th thing that I've learned in 12 years of marriage is what can you do for your spouse? This should be a question you are asking one another. I have learned that this one question can be so important. It can not only open a line of communication, but also show one another where the other really needs them right now. So by asking this one question, the question is, what can you do for your spouse? Is so important. So that bonus tip that I gave you in number 8, to set aside 15 minutes before bed to communicate, I always ask my husband Anthony, what can I do for you? How can I be there for you? And this opens so much communication and really shows me where he needs me. It could be anything from, I just really need an extra prayer today, or I just need, can you really get this bill paid? I'm worried about it. Or, hey, can you do a load of laundry while I'm at work? I have some things in there that need done. Or it can be, hey, the dog is really acting up. I'm gonna really need you to take care of them tonight. I really need an extra hour of sleep. Or the kids need to be bathed and put to bed, and I just really need a glass of wine tonight, so can you please do that? I really need you to really show up there. It just really opens a line of communication where the other person can show up for you, because they're not mind readers. Like, we all think our husbands should know us so well that they can read our minds. They can't. FYI, they cannot. So just simply asking that question every day of what can I do for you today or tomorrow is so important. Something I've learned. Number 6, the 6th thing I've learned in 12 years is love languages. If you have never heard of love languages, I highly recommend you take the test and find out which love language you are and your spouse is. It will give you a lot of great insight. So there are 5 love languages, and by taking a simple short quiz, you could or buying the book. I have the book. You can get it off of Amazon for like 11 bucks, I think. And just opening that kind of tool up has really made our marriage so much like better and improved. I highly recommend that tool. It just shows you which 5 love languages your husband or spouse is and which one you are, so you can communicate better. You can show love better. Like, I am a quality time. My love language is quality time. That goes for any relationship, friendship relationships, family relationships, love relationships. So I enjoy quality time. That's how I receive love. And if you show me quality time, then that's my love language. Anthony's is physical touch. So he receives love from things like holding hands, kissing, massages, things like that. And so if you know your partner's love language, you can communicate better and show them love and that they're loved better. The fifth thing I have learned in marriage is that the honeymoon phase does end, and that is okay. It is also normal and okay that at points throughout your marriage you question if this is all or is this it. There is going to be moments, and it's normal, that you sit there and you're like, oh my God, is this my life? Like, is there something better out there? Is there something, oh my God. And you have those moments. That is normal. It is okay. But if you're having those moments for more than a moment, then you need to look into that and really have a heart-to-heart talk with yourself if this is what you really want, and if you're really happy. And if you're not, then chances are you need to maybe end this relationship. But having a meeting with yourself and checking in with yourself is very important in marriage, and you should also have those check-in points with your spouse as well. Number 3, the third thing I have learned in marriage is that marriage is a journey with a lot of different seasons. So some seasons are short, some are long. The important thing I have learned is that not to let a season be permanent. There are going to be tons of seasons in your marriage, tons of valleys, tons of peaks, lows, highs. It is a journey, and it's not a straight across the board journey. It's challenging and rewarding and all of those things. It's emotional. But it is a journey. It is different seasons, but the thing that I've learned is not to let a season be permanent. You really got to work through those ones that you think are going to become permanent, just by working through them, talking it out. Communication, very key. Let me take a drink. Hold on. The second thing I have learned in marriage is that I could be so mean. Something that I'm not proud of, but it is real and honest. Sometimes the person that you live with, to be real and honest, can push buttons in you that brings out this evil devil child of yours. And then you sit back and you're like, wow, I was very mean. And that is something that I have learned in marriage, is that sometimes I can be mean, and I'm not proud of that, but it's real and honest. Number 1, the number 1 thing that I have learned in marriage, and this is the only thing, the only advice that I give to anybody getting married, or that I put in their little card for their bridal shower, or the card I put with their gift for their wedding. This is the number 1 advice that I give to any marriage or relationship. And that number 1 thing is that I have learned in marriage is to never stop dating. This is so important, guys. If you don't take any of these other 12 things away from here, I would really hope that you take this thing away, and that is dating. Never ever stop dating. It is so important, because the moment you stop dating is the moment that I guarantee 100% that your relationship will go like this. Hands down. When you stop dating and you stop caring and you stop going on adventures and doing things together, is the moment that that spark will fizzle out. It will be gone. 100%. And I'm not talking about you have to take each other or take elaborate vacations or elaborate dinners or expensive dinners. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about quality time, dating your spouse, having fun. It could be just the other month. I got those Nerf guns, and I got a whole bunch of Nerf ammo, and I set one on the kitchen table with a note that said, I'm hiding somewhere in this house, catch me if you can. And we just hit each other found each other and ran, and we're just kids kind of, and just having fun and experiencing that was a date. Dating your spouse, keeping things alive. We did that with silly string, water balloons. It doesn't have to be expensive. You could go to the Dollar Tree and get a whole bunch of candy and come home and sit in your bed and watch a movie. Easy as that. You can go on little adventures, car rides, pumpkin patch this time of year, corn maze. Never stop dating, because that's when it ends. That's my marriage advice. That is what I've learned in 12 years of marriage. I hope that you guys gained some insight and learned something, and this was informational or helped in any way. I know that my friend Joel over on Master Moo, I'll leave his channel down below, just got married. Congratulations, guys. I'm so happy for you. The wedding was so beautiful. You guys looked so gorgeous and spiffed up. But yeah, so go give them some love on their new marriage. But yeah, I have learned a lot in 12 years, and sometimes it's not been easy, and sometimes it's been so fun. And sometimes the obstacles were so big that we didn't think we were going to get through it. The storm was so thick with lightning and rain that we couldn't see the shoreline. And that's okay. As long as you just keep swimming together, you're on the same team. When you fight and argue, you're on the same team, and don't ever forget that. Okay, guys. I'll see you around here some other time. Bye.